I'm going to do my review of October, November, and then talk a little bit about December and a couple of different things. But yeah, so I know I'm really late on this. So October, I had 21 no-spend days. Now, I had about $1,800 that was over budget. That included the tree trimming that was $800, my new phone that I had to get because the other one was just, it was really bad. Now, with that, I did go ahead and I had $1,352 I had budgeted for the credit card payments. I paid $1,475. So I paid $123 extra. Now, obviously, it's good that I paid extra, but it doesn't really mean a whole lot if I put, like the new phone on a credit card and stuff like that. So, I've been thinking this week, going forward, I need to change quite a few things. So, November, I, again, had tried to beat 24 no-spend days. I only had 21. And because of the holidays and everything, I went over my food budget. Normally, it's 100. I did 125. Normally, I don't go over it. Since I've been doing the budgeting since last September, there's only been like twice I went over, and that was because originally I thought I could do it a little bit less, and I had to up the amount to $100. Normally, I have at least some left over, and that originally I wasn't going to be doing certain stuff, and then it changed, so then, I didn't budget that in. So, but some of this stuff, like this was for Christmas stuff that I had to get, finishing up. So for November, I went over about $295. So, yeah, and I did put it on credit cards. Like this was, I pre-bought some musicians' new albums and stuff, I didn't need to do that. This was for $13 of the $55 was for a movie, and then I think this other stuff was stuff for the house and the cats and stuff like that, if I remember correctly. This was for Thanksgiving. So I just need to get a little bit, better at that. And I need to, the one items that I can still change, because look, there's only so much you can do for your food budget, your heat budget, your electric. There's only so much you can do with trying to, create wiggle rooms on those. I usually have my heat on in the winter between 60 to 63. Right now I think I have it at 64 or 65. The most I'll ever put it up was 68, but that's when it's really, really, really cold. Like with the regular temp, it's negative 15, negative 20, and then with the wind chill, it feels like it's negative 50, just because I want the house to be a little bit warmer to try to help. And with this last paycheck, I did go ahead and have some of that applied to, bills in December, instead of just taking it and, doing something else with it, since it was an extra paycheck. But the one items that I still can change that I need to finish is the internet. It's $115. Now, I know if I call them, I can probably get it back down to the $86. But here's the thing. Anytime it's windy or something like that, their internet is just choppy. It's crap. Everyone else on my whole block has already changed their internet service to this other provider. And I did talk to my work, so I know what I need to do on that part. I just needed to I have a couple of questions with this other company, especially since I work a particular shift and, most businesses aren't open at that time. And this is a smaller business too. So I need to do some due diligence on my end to kind of make sure, but hopefully it will pan out. Because I think with taxes, that new bill would be 75, which I know wouldn't be a whole lot difference between the 84, but if I don't have to constantly worry about, hey, is my internet going to go out, and then if it is, how long it's going to be out? Because with my work, anytime my internet goes out, I have to make up that time. Plus, it can sometimes count against me. I can't do anything about like insurance, water, and the trash. I can't really do anything about that because this is basically the base pay or the base rates. So I can't go any cheaper. Because this is the lowest amount that they will charge. I can only do so much with taxes and stuff like that. But the other item that I can change would be the phone. So I need to look more into that, of what I need to be able to switch. Because if I can get it to where this is like $15 or $20, or maybe even $25, that makes quite a bit difference. I think that, between those two. Another thing that I can do is, normally for the car registration and the membership work thing, I usually just take it out of savings. I decided that I wasn't going to do that anymore, so I have been taking these amounts out. But I have not been doing that the whole year. So once January starts and I adjust these, so then that way I'm taking out for the whole year and not just for like not even 6 months, then these will be lower and I'll be saving, I think it's like $60 a month. So that will be good. I mean, but you can't really control car registration or some of this other stuff. But if I at least do the internet and the phone, that will make, quite a bit difference. And every little bit helps, As far as some other stuff, places usually have, depending on what it is, have good deals on certain things. Now, normally I'm not much into Black Friday or Cyber Monday or whatever, but I did do a couple of different things. I went ahead and with the work membership thing, I have it where you can go ahead and pay for 2 years and you save $84 for that 2 years. I decided I'm not going to do that. I thought about it earlier today because they're still having it. They've had it on for a couple days. I decided, originally I was going to do it, but then it's like 300 and some dollars. I think it's like $375 or something like that. I would have to take that out of savings right now, and I'm not going to do that. Come next fall or next Cyber Monday or whatever, I'm sure they will probably have another savings on that, because if I remember correctly, I think they had it last year too and I didn't do it. But this way I don't have to take out the money from savings. I mean, I've been putting this money into savings, so eventually, I will transfer the money over, but I will have the full amount that is due in January. If I went ahead and did it for the 2 years, I would have to pull out another $185 I've been putting in for other categories. So I'm just not going to do it. It's the smart thing to do, I think. No, I did have a couple of things happen for, I thought it was done for gifts, because I'm making some of mine, other people are getting money. I did have one gift. Well, it's not going to pan out. So, and it's too late for me to take back the gift. So I went ahead and saw some items, was that Sunday, and went ahead and purchased them. So they were half price off, which I thought you can't really beat that. They're half off, and then I got a little bit extra to try to have it be, so then that way when that person's birthday comes around, I can also give them some of the items too. So I figured, it's, even though I'm spending a little bit money and I'm spending money that I didn't think I was going to, I didn't think it was that bad. It was like $30 or $40, I think it was. So, and I think it's stuff that they'll really like, but again, it's going to be Christmas and birthday. So I don't think you can really beat that much. It's going to be, I think, evening it out or combining those two, I think it will actually is a little bit cheaper than what my original plan was going to do. No, I might maybe do one little thing for the person's birthday, but, I have a while to think about that still. One items I did get yesterday, or not yesterday, keep on thinking today's Monday, today's Tuesday, did $160, and I need to include something else on here too. And I know I'm not the only person, so I'm not gonna, I'm not trying to act like I'm the only person this affects too, but living where it gets cold 6 months out of the year, I never used to have, problems with, like, the weather and stuff like that, but, for a variety of different reasons, the wintertime is very, very hard for me. For a variety, of reasons that I won't, get into. Is, you have the holidays, then you're constantly missing, my spouse. And then he passed in the wintertime. And then, with the weather, I don't want to go out when feels like it's -40 or -50 degrees. Even if there's no ice or something, I don't want to go out unless I have to. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I just don't like it when it's really, really windy and it's very, very cold. And you have to have half your vehicle piled up with stuff, because if you get stuck somewhere, it might be a while before someone comes and gets you. So, and I know people who that's happened. Caught in a car accident or, something, car broke down, whatever, and then, but anyway, I just don't like to do that. And then I don't like to drive when it's icy, and, a lot of times it gets icy. So I am home a lot more during the winter time, but when I'm not working, a lot of times I just stay in bed. Now, like I said, most of this is because it's just me. I don't have, my husband anymore. I don't have pets. I guess you could kind of include the strays now as my pets, but they're not, like indoor, and I don't know if they'll decide that they want to go somewhere else, so, and trying to make sure that I am more, I guess, mentally okay and everything, I went ahead and purchased a whole bunch of TV shows I used to watch. Some of the series. Now, all of these were like 30 to 50% off, so I thought they were pretty good. I mean, in some of these, they have 6 or 7 series on, so this is like a couple of different series. There was one where I didn't get all the series because it was gonna be like, because there's like, I think like 11 series, and it was gonna be like $130 or something like that just by itself. So I did not get that whole series. I just got the first one. But But I thought that would keep me occupied, and I can at the same time I can go ahead and do other stuff because I do have craft items that I can try to do, but you know at the on the weekends during, especially at night, it's like is the most when I feel, you know, lonely. Like a lot of people, you know, they don't. I'm not much of a talker on the phone unless well, most of the time actually, really, because I do that for a living, so I don't feel like talking on the phone. But you know, I can't always go see movies. You know, like last month I went to, what was it? I think it was like 4 or 5 movies. I can't do that. That was one of the reasons why I also went over on my budget, and I did it, some of it on credit cards, not all the way, but yeah. So I can't do that, and you know, there's not always movies that you want to go see anyways, or that's playing nearby you, but yeah. So I just need some stuff to keep me occupied. And what I also did, because Hulu and Stars was having a thing where it's like $1 a month for 12 months, and then for Hulu, well, I think it was like 99 cents, but you know, probably to $1. And then you could add Stars, so I did that. So I'm gonna have those two, and then check to see what they have. Now, it might be that maybe before the whole year's out, they'll decide, I don't really care for it, and then I'll just cancel it. Like for Paramount Plus right now, I have it because it's paying like $1.92 a month through my credit card, and that ends this month. So I've already went ahead and canceled that. And then last month I signed up for Discovery Plus for $4 a month. Now I already have it where I canceled it. I thought it was, though, at the end of this month, and I think it's actually next week. So if it is, I might renew it just for 1 month, because I'm kind of in the process of like halfway through a season of a show, and then I'll just cancel it and then just pick it up later on. Uh, Now in January, I have my Peacock subscription to renew for a whole year, and that I probably will be, because normally I just do Peacock and then I do YouTube. But you know, I think sometimes when you find good deals like that and you know you're going to be watching it, it's good idea to just go ahead and sign up for it. But then you have to go in and cancel it. So um but like I said, I'll just get ahead and get it notated, and then I will go ahead and just cancel it ahead of time. And then that way I will, what I might do is have it so, like, kind of set up a schedule. See, this is the one thing, you know, I've been talking about on some other videos, that, you know, I need to get more organized. I need to do more stuff around the house, inside of the house, and getting it so people could, you know, visit me. Probably not really in the winter time, but you know, when the weather is a little bit nicer and stuff. And then you know, it's more relaxing, and then I will probably want to be more out and about in the house, and then set it up where, okay, you know, this day or this night I'm going to watch this show, and I'm only going to watch one, you know, one episode or whatever, unless it's like, you know, really, really good. But I want to go ahead and do that and have that more set up as a schedule, because also working, well, they haven't announced it this month, but you know, normally I still do quite a bit of overtime throughout the winter time and stuff, but sometimes that gets a little bit messy, because if we get a certain amount of snow, it's under a certain amount, then I will be shoveling it. Like yesterday, I shoveled for about like a half hour. But if it's over a certain amount, then like last year, the one neighbor used their snow blower, then I paid them like, I think it was like $10 or something like that, each time. But if you're gonna get quite a bit of snow, like 4 or 5 times in 1 week, and that lasts like 2 or 3 weeks, then that, even if it's $10, it does add up. But so that's another reason why I need to change some of those things that I still can. And then I need to do stuff on my end to make sure that, I can keep on track of budgeting, and that I just kind of stay a little bit more healthier, I guess you could say. But yeah, I think doing the schedule helps as far as certain things. And then I need to get into a schedule too of when I make videos, and just decide to make maybe some on the weekends, or like recording certain things on the weekend. I need to really do more like weekly wrap-ups. I like to watch those as well, as like daily wrap-ups as well. I don't think I will really make daily wrap-ups, because I know sometimes some people do, but I like watching them, but I don't think I would do it probably every day. But when I do oh yeah, sorry, I went off on my train of thought earlier. So when I do shovel snow, I have to make sure, or when it's icy, I have to make sure I have the sidewalk all cleared for when the kids are, people's kids are walking on the sidewalks and stuff. So then I usually have to adjust when I have the overtime. So, which I don't really like, because then there's not really breaks in between my overtime and my regular shift, depending on certain things. So yeah, I'm just rambling, but as you can, I'm sure if you watched any of my videos, you know by now. But yeah, so do you guys have any plans, if you have like winters in your area, to try to stay healthy and everything like that? Like I said, I didn't used to have problems with it. My husband and I, we used to talk a lot about a wide variety of subjects, and play board games and cards, and watch TV series and stuff like that. So now I did go ahead and purchased, well, it was last year I purchased Solo board game, and I forgot I had it, and I found it because I'd put it up. So I'm going to try that, and look into solo board games and stuff like that. But yeah, I hope everyone is having a good week. I wasn't feeling very good earlier. I'm starting to feel a little bit better. Hopefully that will continue. I had thought about originally of calling in sick, but then I have to make up the time, and the points go against you, and you have to let them know 2 hours before your shift if you're not going to be working. So that did not pan out, because I took some medication thinking, oh, by now it would be better. It's a little bit better, but yeah, not the best. But we shall see how far I get in my shift today. Hopefully I'm able to do all 8 hours. When I get sick, if it's not like a 24-hour thing, if it ends up being like it's 48 or 72 hours or whatever, usually I'm a lot worse the second and third day. If I get sick with something. So, if need be, I don't want to call in today or leave work today early, just in case it's not like a 24-hour thing. So, but anyways, I hope everyone has a good day, is having a good week so far. Gosh, it's only Tuesday. Yeah. But take care, everyone.